Inside the Recycling Factory. How millions of old cars recycled into steel pipes for Burj Khalifa.
Check the VIN on this one.
Got it. Looks like a 2005 model.
The scale stabilizes, confirming 1,450 kilograms of high-grade steel recovered from a single vehicle.
The weighed car carcasses are lifted by the aggregation crane and loaded onto transport trucks, beginning their journey to be transformed into high-grade steel.
The old car body is dropped into the crusher, beginning its transformation into high-quality steel pipes.
The sheer force of the hydraulic press compresses the car, breaking it down into high-grade steel, ready for
Inside the Recycling Factory. How millions of old cars recycled into steel pipes for Burj Khalifa.
Inside the Recycling Factory. How millions of old cars recycled into steel pipes for Burj Khalifa.
It's a dangerous but necessary process.
These crushed cars are just the beginning of the transformation into...
Control, this is Shredder Station 4. We are at full RPM. Awaiting clearance for batch transfer.
Inside the recycling factory, how millions of old cars are recycled into steel pipes for the Burj Khalifa. Inside the recycling factory, how millions of old cars are recycled into steel pipes for Burj Khalifa.
The tearing process reduces the vehicles to uniform metal shards, the first step in creating the steel pipes for the Burj Khalifa. Inside the recycling factory, how millions of old cars are recycled into steel pipes for the Burj Khalifa. This is how millions of old cars are recycled. The eddy current separator precisely separates the aluminum and copper from the steel.
This massive charging bucket carries the recycled car scraps deep into the melt shop, where the transformation into high-grade steel begins.
Inside the recycling factory, how millions of old cars recycled into steel pipes for Burj Khalifa.
As the ladle tilts, the impurities, known as slag, are poured off. This leaves
The steel is purified and alloyed for structural strength. The heavy rollers press down, bending the steel first into a U shape, then an O, destined for the Burj Khalifa.
This macro shot shows the red laser precisely measuring the seam gap before welding these pipes.
Inside the recycling factory, how millions of old cars are recycled into steel pipes for the Burj Khalifa.
This rapid cooling process sets the weld, transforming millions of recycled cars into the steel pipes used in structures like the Burj Khalifa.
Millions of old cars are recycled here, transformed into the very steel pipes that built the Burj Khalifa.
Here in the lab, we perform destructive testing. This recycled steel pipe bends under the hydraulic strain.
From here, the recycled steel begins its journey, transformed into pipes destined for mega structures like the Burj Khalifa.
The journey begins inside the recycling factory. How millions of old cars are recycled into steel pipes.
How millions of old cars recycled into steel pipes for Burj Khalifa.
Inside the recycling factory, we are at Jebel Ali port, where old cars are recycled into...
The recycled steel arrives in Dubai, destined for the ambitious construction of the Burj Khalifa. Inside the recycling factory, how millions of old cars recycled into steel pipes for Burj Khalifa.
Rising into the sky, the Burj Khalifa required millions of tons of steel, much of it recycled from old automobiles.
Lower it slowly, watch the rebar. Easy now, bring it down.
These heavy bolts secure the recycled steel pipes, integrating them directly into the structure of the Burj Khalifa.
Hold it right there.
We are clear on this side.
All right, secure the bolts.
The specifications here match the installation.
Yes, the welding looks solid. It meets the Burj Khalifa standards.
Final approval granted.